Ready to make a candle holder? This is super easy. Candles from Dollar Tree, holders from Dollar Tree. I do have a wood base. Welcome on in to Purple Penguin Craft Room. I'm Vicky. Let's get started with a candle holder, okay? This is pretty simple, right? We're gonna do a glass candle holder. Obviously, you can get whatever candle you want. I got that one from Dollar Tree. It fits in there just fine. And we're just taking our wood base. There's 5 inch. It's a 5 inch round, and we are going to glue on our base. However, first of all, let's go ahead and give this a darken up. We're just going to give it a stained look. Waverly Antique Wax and a baby wipe. Just damp cloth. If you want, you could actually just put the Waverly on your project and then wipe it off with a cloth or a damp cloth or whatnot. People sometimes paint on using a paintbrush. Um, I like to just use it like it's a stain. So I just dip my Waverly and rub it on. So we got the sides done and the bottom. I went ahead and I already used my Gorilla Glue to go ahead and put on my base because it's glass. It is from Dollar Tree. It's moving around a little bit because I just did it. So it's not fully set up, but I do recommend the Gorilla Glue. It works out really good, or the E6000 for glass. That usually sets up really well. So we've got our project here. I got these little trees. These are from Dollar Tree. They did come in a pack of 6. However, it had 3 of the smaller ones and then 3 of the larger ones. So I got 2 packs so that I could use all 6 little ones. But you could totally do this with like different sizes. That would be fun as well. And we're just going to put them all the way around so it makes it all the way around. This is such a cute little candle holder. Now, um, they do come with these little wood bases. Totally okay. We're actually just going to leave them on the little wood bases because we're actually going to bring in Spackling. And this is just from Walmart, actually. And it's super easy. It's almost like icing for cake icing. Don't recommend eating it. Not to be eaten. Um, but and then we're also just as an option to throw this out there. This is not what I'm doing today, but just kind of an option. They have these little wooden snowmen. You know, everybody's seen these, right? At Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby, Michael's. They all have little versions. Big little baby snowmen. How cute little baby snowmen. You could do this with little snowmen. I am not doing that today, but I just thought I'd show that to you as something that you could definitely do. I'm doing little pine cones, little mini pine cones, because I like to keep my little projects rustic looking. These are a little sparkly, so it's not super rustic because they are kind of sparkly. These actually did come from Dollar Tree. However, I collect them from outside as well. So these just happen to be in my stash from actually years ago, before I started collecting them on my own. So that's why they're all extra sparkly. They just kind of, for me, they kind of work with this project just because it is fancier than what I'm used to doing, which is okay. And so we're going to, let's go ahead. I think I want to glue my trees down first, just to make sure they don't move around on us, and then we'll cover it with spack. So we're going to bring in our tacky glue and just glue these guys down. Just a little bit, they don't need a lot. You know, you don't have to use these wood bases as well. If you really, if you don't like them, totally okay. Take the wood bases off and you could just stick the metal part right into the spackling. That would work totally. It would work out as well. Totally up to you. I like I like round projects because then you can stick it in the middle of a table and it will look good from all sides. Love that. Of course, you're going to take our spackling. I will note that sometimes these containers are hard to open. You ever painted, like how painted your rooms in your house or whatever? They have these little keys that are little lifts Just kind of a tip for the day. I love to have these around because these can help you open containers like this as well. So just thought. All right, so I'm going to figure it. We're going to use our fingers. All right, we're just going to use our fingers. I'll show you here on this side. Get a big gop of it. And just kind of push it. See? We're just kind of pushing it on our project here. Put it up a little bit so I can get some on there. But you can use little tools or a little thing to kind of get this. Like so. At the bottom of my container here, I kind of need to get some more. It's just like frosting. It's like frosting. It's like cake frosting. So think of this as kind of like a cake project. It looks like snow. Isn't that cute? This guy has gotten a little wonky here. It's lifting up a little bit here. Let's push him back. And back in his project here. All right, and then we're just going to take our little. Now, he normally, I would think they should be able to just stick in your spackling, but just to help out, I am going to stick some tacky glue on the bottom of these guys. And the good news is, if they happen to pop out of your spackling, you can always, they'll have a place because the spackling will dry. They'll have a place, you just glue and put them back in. Super easy. But if I put the glue ahead of time, it will dry with the spackling and it will be fine. It shouldn't come out. And you have your little pine cone like that. And he's sitting in the snow. And then we're going to do that for all of them. Okay, I'm going to try and be very gentle with this because it's still not dry yet, but I want to keep going. So I love the way that looks. It does look a little messy down here. So I think to go ahead and finish that off, I think we're just going to go ahead and paint that white. I was wanting to leave it the dark brown because I like the wood base look. However, it's not working for this project. So we're just going to use our white. And this is just Snow White, just regular acrylic. I'm on my regular white paint for acrylic. I just grab whatever says white. Typically I will use an off-white color, but I want this to go ahead and match. See how that kind of looks a little bit better. So I just want it to match the actual the white um, with the spackling. Sorry, think of the word. We'll go ahead and I've got this cord from Michaels, and it's more like it's just a white cord, but it's kind of got a little bit of a shim to it. I kind of like that. It's only an 1/8 inch cord, and so we're just gonna wrap that around the top. I did twice around, and then we're gonna put a bow and just simple, like you're tying your shoelaces. So if I want to change this out, I could totally change it out for like if you want to do a color, um, that could be an option as well. Always mess this up. If you want to get like really fancy with this, you could totally do a fancier bow with this. Like I said, I'm not gluing anything, so I could totally just change this out if I want to do that as well. Let me turn this so where you can see the white part of it. Okay, we are all done with this project today. Got white painted all the way around. I even put a little bit on the pine cones, just a little bit. They're still sparkly too, but just a little bit. All right. Keep on coming back for more at the Purple Penguin Craft Room. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and do all the things. And I'll catch you later. Happy crafting.